if you're feeling like just depleted because you're doing all the giving, you're carrying the relationship, you're basically the glue in the relationship. That's my dog chasing my cat. They're just distancing themselves, and it's like they're not even in the relationship, and it's like you got to pull the relationship along, and it's like you feel like it's breadcrumbs. Okay, so this video is going to help you so much because it's going to give you a plan as to what to do with that scenario and to see if your man can step up. I remember being in a situation about 5 years or so ago, wanting it to work, but in order for me to see if a breadcrumber could do better and step up, okay, I had to step back. You have to take a step back and stop the overfunctioning, overgiving, overdoing, overinvesting. You have to stop all that. So when you actually look, and that's what the video is going to talk about, is I'm going to be releasing it tomorrow. When you see the labor, the emotional labor, the physical labor, everything, okay? Because there's different areas, and you take an inventory of what you're doing and what they're doing. You can see, okay, who's doing 60-40 or 70-30, okay? If it's that high, then yeah, it's definitely going to feel bad. Like that relationship is going to feel bad. And my big message today is you're not going to be happy off crumbs. You are not going to be happy living off breadcrumbs in your relationship, okay? Because what's going to happen, if you're anything like me, you're going to feel like you're either too much, you're either too much, not enough, unlovable, undeserving, not worthy. That's what's going to happen, okay? And we don't fall for what's good for us, okay? We fall for what's familiar. So the pattern that happened in your childhood, whatever that was, maybe your dad left, maybe mom and dad broke up, maybe mom was depressed, and maybe she was bipolar, and you never felt that emotional connection. So guess what's going to happen? You're going to find a partner who makes you feel the way the parent who hurt you the most. Okay? It took me a master's degree to get that one. Okay? A master's degree to learn that fact. Okay? We don't attract to us what's healthy. We attract what's familiar. Okay? And that means that we have to take a step back to see what are we tolerating. Put in the chat, what have you been tolerating that you're like, today's the day, I'm done, I'm putting my foot down. Okay, for instance, like for me, recently it's been my kid. Oh my God, for a 10-year-old, she is so mouthy and so rebellious. Like, what the hell? So no matter what's happening in your relationship, I want you to know that there are things you can do now to see if your guy can step up. Okay? And one is taking a step back, because he can't rise up to meet where you are if you're doing everything. He cannot rise up. Okay? I like thinking of men like a cat. Have you ever had a cat and you wanted to pet it, right? And how did that work out for you? Like when you were actually going towards the cat, what did the cat do? Did it run away? My cat runs away. Okay? So if you're going towards the cat, come here, baby, come here, give me kitty, 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 right? They're like, get away from me. Okay? That's how a man is. You just have to sit there and be your glorious, amazing self, focused on you. He will come to you. Okay? That's the magic. If you are pursuing him, you don't give him the opportunity to step up and do for you. A good man wants to please you and make you happy and provide. Okay? That's in his DNA. But if you're doing everything, if you're over-functioning, over-giving, extending yourself, there's no space. There's limited space. Think of it. Think of a cup. Okay, think of a relationship like, what's a good analogy for, let's say, a tree? Okay, the tree is the relationship. And every day you're the one doing the watering, the feeding, the caring for, you're pulling out the weeds, and he's just sitting back on the porch with his feet up drinking some tea. Right, in the South, everyone loves a sweet tea, right? And you're like, hey, come and help. Hey, come and help, come and help, come and help. But he's like, why am I going to come help? You're doing everything. There's nothing left for me to do. He can't rise up if you're doing everything. So the trick is learning to stop doing, okay? But what happens when we stop doing? Guess what's going to happen? The anxiety is going to come up. The fear is going to come up. All that discomfort. And when you have the discomfort, what do? You self-soothe. You self-soothe. Okay? I always talk about breathing techniques here. You could take a bubble bath. You go for a run. You do whatever makes you feel good in your body. Well, not what you think makes you feel good. TV can make you feel good. Hi, Moss. I can't even pronounce that. TV, I was like, oh yeah, TV makes me feel good. Does it really? For me, it's stimulating. It's like interesting. Okay? It helps my ADHD brain feel excited about something, like I'm learning something, or, you know, it's stimulating for me. So it doesn't necessarily make me feel good. What makes me feel good is sitting out in nature like I am now, drinking a cup of coffee, sitting still, listening to music, going for a walk. Those things make me feel good. Getting a hug, spending time with my loved ones, those things make me feel good. TV doesn't really make me feel good. So when you take a step back, do what makes you feel good. Okay? Because that's what's going to come up, the anxiety and the fear, when you see if your man can step up or not. So the video that's coming out tomorrow is all going to be about breadcrumbs. And so I think you're going to learn a lot. So if you're struggling that in your relationship, I can't talk. I swear it says lip gloss. If you're struggling in your relationship because your guy's distancing himself, you're doing everything, you're like the glue in the relationship, you're the strong one, then you're definitely going to want to check out the video, and it's going to help you see, hey, how can he step up? What can I do? Instead of waiting, okay? The trap here is to wait, to nag, to complain, to tell him what to do. All those will make you feel like shit, and the last few will push him away. The waiting's just going to piss you off, and you're going to get angry and resentful, and that's going to get old real quick, okay? And you may not even realize you're waiting. I remember I would wait, and I didn't even know I was waiting. I was just like, because I did that as a kid. I didn't know how to speak up. This is what I want. This is what I need. Most of us 50% of us come from households where we don't get our needs met. So as an adult, you're going to attract that same type of dynamic, what's familiar, in your relationship. So if you can't speak up, you're not going to get your wants and needs met. It's as simple as that. I don't know, whoever taught us this is a freaking idiot, okay? Okay? Just expecting your guy to read your mind. He's a man, okay? If it's not about sex, video games, one of his hobbies, eating, he ain't thinking about it. Like, men are really simple. Don't make it complicated, okay? Women, you know, like, the only one who knows what we want is us. And, you know, most of my clients, they don't even know what they want. I remember when I didn't know what I want. So how can your man step up and please you and take care of you if you can't say, this is what I want, babe? Bella, come here. Do you want to come on camera? She want to come on? My dog, she's annoying me to play. Come here. Hey, Bella. She's annoying me to play with her. Baby, you're going to make me spill my coffee. Damn, dog. She made me spill my coffee. I'm going to get you. You made me spill my coffee. Damn it. That's like the third cup I made. My thumb is cramping because I was holding the phone. Alright, if you want to have a thriving, fulfilling, passionate partnership, then subscribe to my channel because that's what you're going to get here. Okay? Do you guys have any questions before I go? And I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. Check out the video that'll be coming out tomorrow about how do you go from breadcrumbs to getting the love and cherishing that you want. I haven't met one woman that says, no, I don't want to be loved. I don't want to be adored. And I don't want to feel special in my relationship. Every woman wants that, right? Hi, Dustin. We were just talking about breadcrumbs. I'll be releasing a video Saturday. It's okay. I changed my live time. I'm going live now from Thursdays, either Thursdays or Friday, from 1 to 2 Central, so that I can meet some English folks since our time difference is so different. And I just needed to change. How's your Friday? Today's been one of those days where, you ever feel like you've been kicked in the gut? That's how it feels. It's like, even though I've done so much work on myself, I'm still not done. We're never going to get done. You're never going to get done with the work that you need to do for yourself. Never. I had this song in Sunday school. It says, He's still working on me, which basically was saying, God's not done with you until you're dead. You're always going to have stuff to work on. Always. And so I just felt like today is just the biggest kick in the gut. It was so painful. But I loved myself to deal with it, to feel the feelings, to feel that experience, so I could let it go. Not feeling keeps you stuck. Dustin says amen. He's at the laundromat. Oh, fun. Oh, I hated that. I remember when I didn't have washers and dryers. Like, that's not fun. And then you got to make sure someone doesn't steal your clothes. That's the worst. What kind of jackass would come and steal your clothes? Like, that's horrible. I hated that part. It wasn't necessarily washing my clothes there. It was the waiting. So, yep. You have to love yourself enough to be there for yourself when shit hits the fan. Because it will. It will hit the fan. I heard someone say life is like 50-50. So it's 50 good, 50 bad. And, so you got to be okay with things being out of control sometimes. And when you learn how to be secure in yourself, it's actually the live I talked about last week. When you can develop inner security, which means I know who I am, I know what I want, I know what I stand for, I know my values, I know my boundaries. Okay? Then even though life can feel like chaos, you still have yourself and you feel secure. You know you will get through it because you have all those past experiences to be like, okay, well, I got through that, so I know, yeah, the storm is going to suck, but I will get through it and I will become stronger at the other side. Okay, shitty things that happen to you, there's two things, okay? You can either let it break you down and become a shell of a person, or you can rise and become stronger. Those are your two choices, because shit isn't going to stop. Shit's going to happen. Hell, my car got wrecked about a year ago, and my kids were in it. And, they could have got hurt. Thank God they didn't. I cared more about my kids being okay than my car getting effed up. But it was almost paid off. See, that was shitty. My brother died of cancer last year. That was shitty. See, these things always, like, they're out of our control. There's nothing we can do about it. Shit's going to happen. And you have to be able to be strong internally so that you can know you'll come out the other side and not let it break you. I heard this quote that says, life will fuck you up, but don't let it. You have a choice to take these challenges and adversity and rise above and become stronger. I'm not saying it's fucking easy, because it wasn't easy for me, but I'd rather become stronger than get broken down. Justin says, well, for me, my mom died 8 years ago. I could have let that bring me down, but through Christ, he always is there. Yeah, exactly. That was shitty. Like when my brother died, that was shitty. I hadn't seen him in years, and his family was being really difficult, but there's nothing I could do about it. It is what it is. And losing your parents, that's extremely painful, especially if you had a good relationship. But how I look at it is better to have lost your parent who you loved and who loved you than to have a parent who don't give a shit. I still love my parents. They don't give a shit. I would have much preferred a parent who was there for me, who loved me, who died, than to not experience that at all. And the grieving gets easier and easier, Dustin. It gets easier and easier as you go through it. Like some days, like today, like I felt like I got punched in the gut. by something that was happening. And but a year and a half ago, like, I would have been sobbing for hours. Today it was 5 minutes. So the grief gets less and less as long as you don't shove it under a rug. If you shove it under a rug, when something happens, like let's say your dog dies or you lose a friend or somebody rejects you, all of that old grief will come back. And you'll experience all of it. Your mom's death, everything, everyone you've lost at the same time, if you don't deal with it in little bite-sized pieces. Oh, his mom was like his best friend. I'm very jealous. You are a blessed, blessed person. And you'll see her. You'll see her again one day. So, shit's going to happen. Will you be able to be there for yourself and support yourself through that? And let it make you stronger. My thumb is cramping. All right, guys, I gotta go. You have an amazing Friday. Check out the video that's coming tomorrow. If you want to have a thriving, beautiful, amazing relationship that you've always wanted, then subscribe. And check out my channel for more transformational info. All right, love you guys.